It's always special when Second Sight films have a new release coming out, even more so when it's one of my favourites. Youre Next from 2011 is a slasher with a little bit of a difference. It's something that is exceptional in my mind, as it takes the tropes of slasher movies, of home invasion movies, mixes them together, subverts them quite a bit, and turns it into an almost fun Home Alone-like event in the final third of this one. We are following the Davison clan. They are all meeting up for a family event at their parents' new retirement home, which you're going to spend your time doing up. We have one hell of a cast here. We have Ty West, we have AJ Bowen, Joe Swanberg, Amy Simietz, Barbara Crampton appears in this one, Larry Fessenden, and to top it all off, we have Sharnay Vinson, our main character here, who is playing a woman who's been invited by her boyfriend Crispin to come and spend time at this family event. And we get to see the family dynamics through her eyes as she arrives at this house, as she sees the interplay between these family members, the mother, the father, the kids as they mix together, the dynamics they have, the kind of almost subtle family bullying that goes on at these type of events, and the people who don't really belong there but are now attached to the family and get to see everything that's going on. Now everything's hunky-dory. Everything's fine. They're sitting down for a meal when all of a sudden they are under attack. Someone is shooting it into their dining area, killing them, and this is the instigating event. People are terrified. What they're going to do, what's going on. The phone signal won't work, they can't reach help, and they are under attack by, they don't know how many assailants. It's a wonderful setup, but it's very familiar. It's something that you've seen done before. But what I really like about Youre Next and the way it sets up its film is the dynamics between the characters, how they feel like real characters. They feel like brothers and sisters. They feel like someone that's trying to make an effort to instigate themselves into this environment. It doesn't feel staged in any way, and I like the fact that they feel genuine within their presence, and when it hits the fan, you can feel for these characters because you've seen how they act, and then that sudden change of how they perceive the situation, how they act, is just wonderful.
You guys never give me any credit for anything! Look, it's not about that. Nobody needs to run. We need to all stay inside. I don't know how many people...
Honey, we believe in you.
Now, it all comes down to Erin. She's the main character. She's the unknown in this adventure as she's stuck there. And Sharnay Vinson is wonderful in this role. At the start, she's a little bit guarded. She's very careful. She's, at the same time, willing to be open to a certain extent and start to ingratiate herself into this family and look by some of the negative aspects of the other family members. But there is a turning point in this movie where people, and usually the final girl like we have here, has to act against the antagonists. But there's such a wonderful spin on this, which I will not spoil for you now if you have never seen Youre Next, and it becomes something altogether more fun, creative. There is a dark slice of humour running through this, and it is so wickedly funny. There is an almost slapstick nature to some of the horror and gore that goes along here, which makes you repulsed and chuckle at the exact same time. It's ridiculous.
Where's Felix?
I stuck a blender in his head and killed him.
The fact that we've also got Ty West and Joe Swanberg in the movie acting, who are filmmakers in their own right, is just fun as well. Now, there is an aspect here of lots of people who have worked together within this crew, within the set, the actors, and that comes across in the film. They feel comfortable. It comes across as a kind of comfortable family network. That must bed in with the kind of presence of this family and the characteristics that come across. Youre Next is brutal and horrific when it needs to be, but at the same time it cuts through that with some levity that's downright hilarious. One of those ones where you're kind of snickering, but at the same time you know you shouldn't be. One of the favourite aspects I have in this is how they just use a song one song. Now, it's probably budgetary constraints that they only have this one song to use, and they use it consistently throughout the film, and it never becomes tiresome. It becomes something that's almost welcoming throughout it. It has this great beat to it. It's a great song and a great reason as to why it's constantly coming back, which I really love. Yeah, You're Next is a fantastic film. It's a great slasher that really subverts that genre in some interesting ways. Great performances, and everything just is nailed. It's terrific. Great music, great cast, great production values, great idea, well executed. And as usual, the Second Sight Films package is ridiculous, full of all kinds of amazing things. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the on-disc extras. First up, we have a commentary with director Adam Wingard and writer Simon Barrett. We have a second commentary with Wingard and Barrett again, including the main star, Sharni Vincent and Barbara Crampton. Then we have Children of the 80s, an interview with Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett. This is a new extra here. It's 1 hour, which is fantastic. It's got these two guys in conversation talking about their memories, writing this, how it almost became an anthology movie, how they really put a lot of slapstick comedy into it, getting Barbara Crampton, how she kind of settled the cast, some other things that get filmed that didn't quite make the cut. Then we have The Most of Us interview with producers Keith Calder and Jess Wu Calder, which is 23 minutes 24 seconds. They talk about casting lots of friends with some additions in it, trying to have a vegan set which didn't work after the first day, and how Summit and Lionsgate merged together that almost kind of scuppered the movie's chances. Then we have Script as a Blueprint interview with actor AJ Bowen, which is 27 minutes 31 seconds. He talks about joining on in the initial process when it was an anthology film and the freedom of working in the environment that the filmmakers made. Down in the Basement is an interview with Joe Swanberg, which is 16 minutes 43 seconds. He talks about being so happy to be able to act in someone else's films and the interplay of this family kind of centric set that they had going. Be Funny and Die, an interview with Amy Simietz, which is 14 minutes 30. She talks about horror fans in general and more again about the family-like setup that they had on set. Falling Into Place interview with production designer Tom Hammock, which is 15 minutes 35 seconds. He talks a lot about finding the house and spends a good bit of time on the masks to really focus on how important and integral they were to the whole plot. Slashers Don't Die, Tim Coleman on You're Next, which is a visual essay, which is 12 minutes 23 seconds and focuses on how this movie homages some of the greats and how it subverts some of those as well and gives examples throughout. It's a great extra. Who's Next? The Making of You're Next, which is an archival piece, but it's fine. It's 19 minutes 16 seconds and it's good to see the differences of opinion from then to now. And then we have animated storyboards, which are 5 minutes 14 seconds, and these are really kind of fun and just give you an idea of what they were looking to capture in these sequences. I say on-disc extras for You're Next. So there we have it. You're Next. I love the film, so I'm going to praise it. I'm going to tell you need to pick it up. The 4K looks amazing. It's a great new transfer. I love it. It comes with this ridiculously thick 116-page books with some terrific sounding articles. I haven't read it as yet, but I'm looking forward to delving into this over the next week or so. There's art cards as well. Need I say more? It's another home run from Second Sight Films. Is when you need to pick up. I hope you pick it up. I hope you've seen the film, or if not, you're definitely going to pick this up to check it out. I want to know your thoughts on the film, so let me know down below whether you love it, hate it, full somewhere in the middle, whether you are picking this edition up, whether you're getting the limited edition, the Blu-ray, the 4K, whatever. I'm just nosy, so let me know in the comment box. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always, and wish you could support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.